Hey, happy Friday, you guys. It's Ann coming to you from my kitchen. I thought this afternoon it would be really fun, or evening, for you to see a quick recipe that I'm actually learning about with our test kitchen at the Pampered Chef. So look at this. I'm going to turn my camera around. That is Sandy on the right and Tim on the left, and they are with our Pampered Chef home office test kitchen. But of course, because of the coronavirus, they are cooking at home also. But they went live this afternoon to work with all of us and teach us a recipe, and we could cook with them. So I thought it would be fun to repeat the recipe for you guys because this recipe is on my website, and hopefully you'll be able to see it. And then I have my special guest with me this week too, and she's going to show you how to make a fresh Tom Collins. So the recipe is creamy cauliflower Alfredo, and it's made in our quick cooker. So I think you guys can maybe see this. I'll pull it up a little closer. I'll move the camera. So this is Pampered Chef's version of an Instapot. Let's see here. There we go. And so I'm going to do this recipe in here for you. And you guys, if you are somebody that is going to do Meatless Monday, this would be great. So the very first step I did was I set it on sear, and I set it for just a couple minutes to heat. I put in a tablespoon of olive oil, and now I'm going to add some chopped onions, and I'm going to add some cauliflower. And so you guys, this is the manual food processor, and I'll just give it one more spin. It's kind of loud, but as you can see, I've already got all my onions chopped in here. So I'm just going to take the lid off. I'm going to pull the blade out, and I'm going to throw them in the quick cooker, and you can hear that it's searing. So let me scoop the rest out. Oh, it smells awesome already. And then you could have taken a third of a head or so of fresh cauliflower and chopped it in that manual processor too. But I have found this Green Giant product in the freezer section, and frankly, it just saves a lot of time, and it's a good product. So I'm going to dump in the entire bag of the riced cauliflower, okay? And then I am going to just stir this, and I'm going to watch my timer on the front because I'm going to let this cook for about 3 minutes. So this quick cooker that I'm using right now on the sear setting, this is Pampered Chef's version of an Instapot. And I tell you, like something like doing a whole frozen chicken that you forgot to get about that, forgot to set it to don't disturb, you can do that in the Instapot. It takes about 40 minutes, and it's fabulous. It falls right off the bone fresh. So that's a fantastic thing that you could do in here too. But right now I'm just searing onions and the cauliflower and stirring it every couple minutes. And then I have 3 cups of elbow pasta here. And I have 2.5 cups of chicken broth here. And I just made chicken bouillon. And I'm using, these are Pampered Chef's, easy read cups. I use them for everything, not just doing the liquids like they probably suggest most often. But I have broccoli. We're going to add broccoli to this. This recipe can also add frozen peas, so whatever you want to do, that's your choice. But I have just another minute or so here on these onions and cauliflower. And by searing it, this is also removing the excess liquid from the cauliflower and onions, which is what you want to do for this recipe because we're going to add the pasta and the broth. And so that will add quite a bit of liquid. And then I'll tell you the next step once I put the lid on and get this cooking. But one of the other fun things about our quick cooker is there's all kinds of accessories, you guys. So you can get a stainless steel, it's not stainless, I'm sorry. You can get a ceramic cooking pot. So you can be layered cooking. So in the bottom of this pot, you could have chicken going, and you could put, there's a rack, I'm not sure what I did with it, but you can put a rack in and put the ceramic pot on top and do rice at the same time. Or we have a bundt pan for it. Yes, you can make dessert bundt pan, so that's fun. And gosh, it's fun to see some of you guys pop on Friday. Hi, Claire. I hope you're doing good. I miss seeing you guys. Kaylin, hello. Lynn, hi. Give me a shout out if you're watching. Hopefully you don't think I'm too crazy popping on here live. I'm just really trying to give people some inspiration and some quick and easy ideas. Okay, so we have seared that now for our 3 minutes. And so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to add this 2.5 cups of broth. just like the recipe says. And like I said, this recipe is on my website. And then we're gonna add 3 cups of elbow noodles. I'm literally going to give it a quick stir. I'm going to hit cancel. I'm now going to put on our lid, and it makes a nice talking sound to you. And then I'm going to use the custom button, and I'm going to turn the time down to 5 minutes. Maybe. There you go. Okay, and then I'm going to hit start. And so now this is going to come to pressure. And once it does, it will cook for 5 minutes. And then when it is done, tonight I'm going to use the quick release button, which I'll try to scoot this over. And actually, I'll move the phone a second so you can see it. The quick release button is right here. So I will push that because then it will quickly release the steam. And that will allow us, to not overcook the pasta. Okay, so that's what you would use the quick release for. The other thing I wanted to show you is that I made a sauce, and I could have done this in the microwave, but I chose to do this on top of the stove. But for this recipe, you melt butter, and then you add fresh garlic, and that's important, you guys. Don't be buying a shaker thing of garlic. Buy the fresh garlic cloves. We have one of our oldest, most popular things, a garlic press, so you don't even have to peel the cloves. I put 3 cloves of garlic in the melted butter, and then I whisked in milk and cornstarch so that it would start to thicken. And then you add fresh grated Parmesan cheese, and you heated all that together so it was thick. So this sauce is going to go on top of that pasta. We're also going to stir in the broccoli when we're done, when the quick cooker goes off. And so that will be your creamy Alfredo. Tonight we're doing it with broccoli, okay? And then tucked behind me over here is the air fryer. The air fryer is getting lots of love, as you've all seen lately. I think I can move this just a tish so you can see the air fryer over here. Let me get a little bit closer. And I've just done a couple pieces of garlic bread to do on one of the racks for the air fryer. And I literally just spread some butter I had out softened. And then, you guys, I used this. I used the garlic and herb rub. And that's what's going to make the garlic bread. And so I'm just going to literally slide this on the rack in the air fryer, turn it to air fry, and just set it for 3 minutes. So it's the fastest way ever. To make garlic bread using the air fryer. So tonight I'm using 2 of the big products in our line, 2 of the 2 electrics, because they're game changers in your kitchen and they make things super quick. So feel free to ask me questions about them. But this recipe, if you don't want it to be meatless, is also fantastic with some grilled chicken or grilled shrimp on it as well. So you have that option that you might like as well. And then I think it's happy hour time. So let's switch over to my guest and let's see a fresh Tom Collins being made. So for those of you that don't know, this is my daughter Stephanie, who is living here again because of all the craziness that's going on. And it's been really fun because I've learned all about all kinds of craft cocktails. So tonight it is what, Stephanie?
Tonight we are making a Tom Collins, and so the ingredients you need are gin, simple syrup, some club soda, a glass with ice, and a lemon. And can you grab the citrus press for me?
I sure can.
So the proportions that we are going to be using is we're going to use 1.5 ounces of gin, 1 ounce of lemon juice, 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, and then top it with club soda. So I'll start off doing some measurements here. I'm using the Pampered Chef Craft Cocktail Set to make this up. So I'll start out by pouring the 1.5 ounces in here. Once I get this into my shaker, I'll show you kind of an up close of this because it's lined all the way up to 2 ounces, which makes it really easy for measuring. So you can see in there how it's got the lines and the nice spout for pouring. So I just did 1.5 ounces of gin, and now I will do 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. And you can make or buy simple syrup. It's pretty standard in a lot of cocktails. I've made some flavored ones recently. I think I've got vanilla in the fridge right now, which the flavored ones are great for cocktails, but they're also good for coffee. So I've been enjoying that. Now I'm going to add the lemon, so I'm just gonna cut my lemon in half here. I made my garnish already, that's why I cut off half of the lemon. So I'm gonna put my citrus in the citrus press. Carefully line it up with my measure so I can see what the ounces are. And each half of a citrus makes about a half an ounce. So, you know, if it calls for an ounce, you probably need a whole citrus. But you can just cut them in half and keep them in the baggie in the fridge. If you don't use a whole one, they last for quite a while that way too. And if you set them out so that they're not freezing cold, you can get a little bit more juice out of them. So I've got my ounce of lemon juice, and in that goes. Got ice in my shaker here. So now I'm going to stir it up. This is a spoon that comes with the set, nice and long, so you can reach the bottom and make sure that you get it all stirred up. Probably good. I'm going to add my strainer to the top so I don't get any ice. I put some ice in this really pretty glass. These are commonly served in a tall glass like this. I would say this is a nice, refreshing cocktail for, it's not really that nice out, but we're pretending it's nice out. Imagine drinking this on a beach.
What are you topping it with?
I am topping it with club soda. Then I'll just give it a mix again. And then I will add my garnish. Voila. Cheers, everyone.
Thank you, Stephanie. And it's fun to see your guys' comments. Amy, I'm thrilled you use your garlic press that often. That's really exciting. And you probably were hearing the beeps go on while Stephanie was making that drink. And you guys, that was telling me that it was halfway done on the air fryer. And I probably should have opened it up and turned the slices over maybe. I don't know. So you're going to find out with me what this looks like. And I love these little grips because this will be hot. And you can slide it out and you can take a look at this garlic bread. So now this is a poll that I should ask you. In your house, do you guys like soft, chewy garlic bread? Or do you like crisper garlic bread, more like toast? This is heated all the way through and it's still a little bit on the soft side. So if it was me, I would heat it for probably 1 more minute on air fry, but most of the people here like it soft and chewy like that. It's kind of like the same way we like cookies in our house. So we're excited that you popped on with us, and since the air fryer or the quick cooker isn't done yet, I don't want to kill your afternoon and keeping you on here. So what I will do is I will either pop back on live or I will post a picture once I open it up and show you those results. But you know, Friday at our house, we're usually making something to eat and something to drink, and we hope you guys are having a great day too. So see you later.